What's going on, everybody? Welcome into a exclusive episode of Fifth Down Territory. Nolan and Tyler here with you. And man, do we have another fun guest for you tonight? Another pros pro, one of the best guys in the business. And I'm going to sing his praise a little bit before we bring him in. National champion in 2016, top 6 in 4 different categories in Northwest Missouri State. He had over 3,300 receiving yards, 31 touchdowns on 200 receptions, 2,100 return yards on punt and kickoffs with 2 touchdowns. And he is now in the CFL, killing it and just becoming one of the best receivers in the league. That man is none other than Shawn Bane Jr. Shawn, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, man.
Absolutely. That was a sick intro. I appreciate you. And just a quick little tweak in that. We went back to back 15 and 16.
That's right.
National
That's right.
championships. But,
Let them know.
but I appreciate y'all, man.
No, let me know. That was the year before I got up to Northwest. So yeah, there you go. Back to back.
I can't hear.
You can't hear it?
Is y'all mute? Am I muted?
No.
We can hear you. Yeah, we got you.
How about now?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay,
Go.
All right, talk to me.
All good. Tyler, I can kick us off here. So
yeah, go for it.
Real quick, Shawn, I wanted to do a little throwback and show you a picture I found on the old internet here.
For sure. Absolutely.
That man is a killer on the football field. I mean,
man, I do remember.
It's a nice little interview.
Yes,
you gotta go watch the clip, but
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
that kind of talk to me about your time. What was that process like of, getting those calls? For at the time was Adam Dorrell and Rich Wright was one of the coordinators. So talk about that whole recruitment process for you and what that was like.
Man, so I mean, where I'm from, I mean, I guess now times, but back in 2013, 2014, like, D1 was the way to go. You know what I'm saying? So like in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going D1. Like I didn't even have a test score. I had no standard test score at all. And so yeah, like I did have Division I schools after me, like the Cincinnati's and Kent States, Miami, USF. We
go Bulls! I went to USF, baby. Let's go.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean my guy went there. Marlon Mack, you might know Marlon.
Hell yeah,
absolute dog.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so again, like we're all in the same class. So like Marlon's like, oh, I might go to Louisville, might go to UCLA. They ended up pulling it and going to USF. But yeah, so when mine came, I didn't have a school at all. Like all of them had fell back because I didn't have an SAT or ACT score. So yeah, I'm pretty much scrambling, looking around, and probably like a day or two before signing day, like national signing day, Northwest called me and was like, yo, like, do you have a school to go to? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Like you're a super high recruit for us. And so I was like, you know what, man, I'm coming.
Let's do it.
I didn't ask anything else. Like, yo, I will be there. And so, but I ended up signing. They let me take the ACT. So I was able to get like academic money on top of my football scholarship, was just cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it definitely worked out. They still set me up on an official visit, like they did everything. So it was definitely a great experience.
That's awesome, man. No, keep going.
No, it was just a hectic time. Like we were just scrambling. Like I remember calling my mom, saying like, "Mom, we're going to Northwest," and she's like, "Where is that?" I'm like, "I don't know, but I'll call you back." Like I called my trainer, like, and my trainer was like, he did his research. He's like, "Man, they just won the national championship in 2013." I was like, "Oh, bet. So they good. We going." So yeah, that like it was so much hectic. Like I just remember like feeling like pressure to just go somewhere. But yeah, I'm definitely thankful it happened the way it did.
For sure. Yeah, so I'd like to get into your mind of like a professional football player, like on the field, to help my ability to like scout, read the game. The draft's coming up. That's a big time for us. What are things that you look for when the game is on that tell you coverages, who's blitzing, like which option route that you're trying to run. What are the signs to you? You know, like
I mean, I guess it varies on the team, you know, that we're going against.
yeah,
But the goal is like, so if say I'm slot back, like usually they might have a linebacker on me and they might have like a safety on me. Or in Canada, they have an extra man who's, you know, pretty much like the nickel guy.
yeah,
So, you know, but pretty much I'm watching a ton of film just to learn mannerisms, um, you know, learning leverages, seeing how quick he move. You know, sometimes like a lot of people like to overdo it and be like, oh yeah, his left foot when he plants and this is like, no, like if I'm quicker than him, like he'll have to deal with that all night. You know what I'm saying? So like if he is on that type of game, then I can dig into my bag and, you know, set him up a certain way. You know, but yeah, so it's a ton of film. That's pretty much what defines it. But like the mindset is like always not negatively, but just kill. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
absolutely.
we're absolutely dominating whoever's in front of us. So my high school coach told me, his name is Chris Hannon. He always told me like anybody that lines up across from you is disrespecting you.
I love that.
So like that's always been my mindset. Like, bro, you're not even supposed to be in front. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like that's on top of all the preparation. You know, obviously eating well, definitely taking recovery super, super serious. And then, you know, being in optimal shape on game day.
Absolutely, man. You mentioned your bag. What's your what are your top two moves in that thing? You know.
I don't want to give it away, man.
Okay,
Somebody
all right. If it's
watch this.
trade
No,
secret,
but yeah, nah, it's actually like it's like a hesitation. So like obviously like I'm known for my speed. So like when I'm
yeah,
able to slow down and then move like right after that, like now you're guessing and that is creating the separation that it needs to be.
love that.
But yeah, we you know we got a lot of release moves. You know, sometimes I'm on the ball, sometimes I'm off the ball. So like sometimes it's a slight just bend in and then run past them. Sometimes it's like I said, stemming them one way, give them the hezzy at the top and breaking out or breaking in. So, but yeah, those two those two right now, yeah.
That works. That works. That's
Yes,
what I needed. Nolan, you got another question?
Yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to ask you kind of what your transition was like from the college ball level into the pros. I mean, you went undrafted to the Falcons out of Northwest. So, I mean, you got to be with that top level stuff, and you still are in the CFL. But what was that transition like from college to the pros?
Um, I wouldn't say it was a huge jump, but it was definitely a jump in regards to studying and recovery. Like I didn't understand. Like I knew. Oh yeah, drink water. You know, drink your electrolytes, whatever. But it's like the things that Julio Jones was doing and Calvin Ridley and Matt Ryan, like the way they prepare their body. They're in the hyperbaric chambers. They're in the cold chambers. They're getting IVs. They're eating well. You know, they're in the Normatec boot. So like they were really recovering. Like they're doing the contrast ice bath, cold tub, hot tub, cold tub. Um, so like that was like I was like, oh, like we really got to stay healthy to play. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like I just didn't know like the level in which to take it until I saw it. And then like I said, studying like um, in that regards, I mean being able to know your position but know multiple just in case they need to plug you. So like crazy because like I was playing X in Atlanta's offense, which was Julio Jones's position.
That's
um,
scary.
yeah, like very scary. Like when he would do routes on air, it was like crazy. Like dude, like his stride is the power, the force. Like
Cyborg.
absolute legend, absolute. Like I could like. I was trying not to be in awe at practice, like
Yeah.
watching this man.
Sure.
But anyway, so yeah, like okay, like if they're playing, like you need to be able to run the opposite side and then know the hand signals and know exactly what's going on. So like that level of learning like that you had to retain and then go show immediately after they showed you like that. I think that was probably a big jump.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's funny you say that. I mean, I'm a Patriots fan, so like I got to watch Tom Brady do his thing and the two things you just equated it to is recovery and knowledge, and those are the two things he dominated for the whole time. So it goes to show you just like
he's super elite. Like he's different. He's different.
I'm not even sure he's real. I'm not even sure. Like I'm not even like it feels like a dream. I'm in a nightmare now. It feels like a dream. Hopefully we wake up this year. That'll be pretty cool.
For sure.
But yeah, so in your opinion, what's like the most important trait for a wide receiver? If you had to pick one above the rest, I want everything. I want everything. Like footwork, ball tracking, zone awareness. Like it for you. All right, let's in your opinion.
I you know what I would say? I would say the ability to create separation.
I love that.
If I had to pick one,
Mm-hmm.
like the being like when you're always an option for the quarterback, you're going to get the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he's seeing 2 yards or more, we can put that on Bane. He could turn upfield. So simply like the ability to create separation is, I think, number one.
I love that. And I'm glad that you actually gave an answer, because I was at the Senior Bowl a couple of weeks ago. We were getting great content, but I know a lot of the guys want to fall back on the, the coach speak type of stuff where they're media trained the whole 9 yards, which is totally fine. That's kind of, I get it, but it's nice when somebody does give you the real nugget and takes the minute to think about it and get to it. Nolan, what's your next question?
Yeah, for sure. So that we've talked about all the training and everything that goes into a game and how you prep for that and keep your body in shape and healthy. But what's the feeling like of scoring that first professional touchdown? Like you put all this prep in and then you finally hit pay dirt for that first time. What's that feeling like?
It's truly hard to put a word on it. But there's so much gratitude, there's so much hunger, I get goosebumps thinking about, the crowd screaming, and then I'm the reason they're screaming. You know what I'm saying? That's so it's super dope to me. But it's again, it's hard to actually put one word on it. There's so many feelings and emotions, and depending on what you're going through in life, you know what I'm saying? It just feels successful. And for me, I've always, ever since I was 5 years old, I wanted to contribute to the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a decoy. We know they're going to be on Shawn, so we're not going to throw him the ball. No, I want to be the first downs, the touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? If I need to be a decoy some games, some plays, cool. But you know what I'm saying? I just want to contribute. So, when you can look up at the score and, 3 touchdowns later, it's you just feel like that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm that dude. Yeah.
You remember that first the Selly from the first touchdown?
Where am I? My first ever touchdown, or
all right, first professional. Sorry.
Oh yeah. I it still was my praise. It was my hands up on my knees. Actually, I don't know. That actually might not have been. I think I just dropped the ball and walked off.
You're just that's it. Cold.
Yeah, I just dropped the ball and walked off. It's crazy. My first CFL touchdown was against the team I'm on now, Saskatchewan. That was also crazy. So 2020 they canceled the season. They brought me back 2021. We didn't. It was COVID, obviously. So there was no preseason games. So it was camp straight to the season. And so they released me. They released me after camp.
That's their fault,
for
man.
Another guy named Shawn, which is insane. But he ended up going to Syracuse. he went to Syracuse and blah blah blah. They say he was better. Anyway, they cut him after the first game. Yeah. So they ended up they ended up bringing me back. They also cut the season short. So normally it's 18 games. They cut it to 14. So they had 7 games, a bye week, and then 7 more games. So they brought me in during the bye week, and they were 1-6 when I got there. So I got there, like I said, I did my little quarantine. I played, we won that game when I got in. But yeah, I dropped the ball, walked off, and just shrugged, like I was just so because like why did y'all cut me? You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't drop balls, like I fielded every punt, like there was no reason, logically, to release me. So. Yeah, it was a little bit of anger at
chip on the
Saskatchewan
shoulder,
in the team. So yeah,
you kind of have to have that type of energy. I feel like as like a wide receiver, cornerback, being out on that like island, like it's like you said, it's dominate, it's killer, it's dog or be eaten type mentality out there. So it's just like it's refreshing. Again, Patriots fan, haven't seen that type of energy in a while. It's refreshing to see it from you. So, I can't hear you.
No, I don't understand.
Wait, there we go.
Okay,
There we go.
okay. We good. Okay, sorry. But yeah, like you definitely have to carry a certain type of chip on your shoulder, because somebody is, somebody got to pay the mortgage, man. So you know what I'm saying? It's either
For
you
sure.
or him. Yeah. So
yeah, absolutely. So I actually wanted to read 2 of your quotes from a Riderville.com article by Rob Vanstone. It was published like 4 days ago.
okay.
The first one is, it's easy to be negative, but being the outlier is the positivity and trying to pull good from every situation. Over the years, I've just gotten better at it. The other one is, everything is not happening to us. Something is actually happening for us as well. I've developed that muscle, if you will, and kind of strengthened it over the years.
Yes.
So to me, like I always try and tell people, you can only control like your attitude and your actions and your mindset, and everybody else is just gotta put blinders. Oh, it went again. What's going on? There we go. I think I can hear you again.
Went out. This is crazy.
Yeah, nope.
Keeps going out.
I don't get it.
There
it is.
There we go.
There
Okay,
we go.
cool.
So yeah, I've always told people, put the blinders on and try and keep your mindset. And this is an incredible skill set. I think it translates everything, not just football. Where do you think you got this like idealism? Where like somebody had to, help you get there,
1000%. I think I mean, I'm the middle of 7 children, on my mom's side. So yeah,
my mom has 6 brothers as well.
Yes,
So.
yes. Like, just obviously like I'm an observer, so like I learn a lot just through observation. But I also think like as I developed like skill, and I guess you could say like, like when people get a big head in high school, like you're getting momentum and people are starting to notice you. I also had a coach, Brian Riles was his name. And he just taught me like about humility. But he also taught me like, like some things like we can't always have it our way. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you going to respond when adversity comes? And adversity is inevitable. So like, again, for me, just over the years of trying to pull, like I didn't necessarily know I was pulling the good out of the bad, when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was able to actually look back and be like, oh, that was a terrible situation. But like, I didn't look at it that way. So yeah, I don't know. I had to be born with it, but like someone definitely had to show me. So I would say like my coaches and my family.
Awesome. Nolan, you get 2 more, right? I got 1 more, I think. You're muted now.
Yes.
There we go.
Mute the mic. Yeah. I'll save my last question for the very end. But I've always wanted to kind of ask you, what would be, or like what's your what's your ultimate goal while you're in the CFL? I mean, obviously, in NFL is there's a top of the ladder, right?
Right.
While you're in the CFL, you know, what are some of your ultimate goals that you want to try to accomplish? Some boxes you want to check?
Man, that's a really good question. It's crazy because again, like when you first get into like professional like level, like there's one like them acknowledging you to even come and then being able to play and then have an impact on the game. So like initially that's what it was. Like I just want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to prove to people that I can play at a high level and be dependable and be one of the best receivers. um, which that is still and will may forever be, like I'm one of the best. But like I guess Hall of Fame, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, why not? Like, I'm already like in some of the record books in Saskatchewan, and I've only been here for 2 years, so sky is the limit. I just got my first like upper deck card, which is
That's
absolutely
awesome.
sick. Like that was always a dream. That was a dream
That's
of
sick.
mine. Like a kid, you opening the pack and then you seeing, you're like, what? So yeah, still doesn't feel real. Like I'm gonna sign some and give them away. I definitely can give you guys a couple
Hell yeah.
when I receive more. But yeah, I think the ultimate is, I've won a championship on every level, so definitely want to win a championship. Like I want to be, remembered forever, but I also want to impact, lives, man. Like with a smile or a picture or an autograph or anything
This interview.
that can be
This interview is
positive.
pretty
Exactly.
cool,
an
my
interview.
man.
So just want to impact anybody positively. It doesn't even have to be in Canada. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's following the journey or just stepped into this chapter of my life, like just want to be able to impact the people positively, and make them smile, man. Let them know that life isn't as bad as we think. So, yeah,
That's awesome, dude.
that'd be
That's
the
awesome.
Love that.
I got one more question for you.
Yep.
So you led the CFL in yards with your first year with the Roughriders.
Yeah.
You went through the journey with your injury. You came out recovery stronger. What goals are you putting on yourself for this season? Like, obviously, like you're dealing with coming back and getting fully healthy. So, like, what's your mindset for your goal set here?
Well, I think number one will be remaining healthy. Health as well. If I can't be on the field, like I can't help. So definitely that, but just prove to myself that again we can, have some adversity happen and still be able to be one of not only the top guy like on my team, but in the entire CFL. So um, yeah, I actually was just talking to another one of my guys who he's an old lineman for us. He tore his quad just last season, probably like a couple games before I hurt my leg, and so he was just like, "Yeah, like we have to forget all success that we've had already. Like we're coming in with straight vengeance." So yeah, that's what I said. Straight vengeance, but
I love it.
yeah,
It's
staying healthy.
Batman, dude. You are
Yeah.
vengeance. Like, just be Batman. That's
That
fine.
makes
Well,
Brian
actually,
feel
no.
like-
You're Bane. You're Bane. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
You're gonna break Batman's back. That's even better.
There you go.
For sure. So yeah, it's just the bravado of again the LeBron James when he just get an and one and he roll the shoulders, like that's my forever mood
Oh yeah.
2025.
Oh yeah. Love that energy.
For sure.
Actually, I personally don't love it. Celtics fan as well. So
Okay,
that's
fair. Fair.
that sucked. But like, it's okay.
You get the gist, for sure.
I understand. We got both sides of the coin. It's cool.
Fair.
There you go. That's awesome, man. Well, my last question for you, kind of here as we get towards the end of the show. I wanted to step away from football and I wanted to talk about, well, you're wearing a shirt right now.
Sure.
Wanted to talk about your clothing company.
Mhm.
It's becoming more successful every day, it seems like. And is there anything that kind of going on right now with the company that you wanted to promote or kind of
Ooh.
talk about and plug away?
Yes, well, obviously trying to grow the social media platform. So Bane's World Clothing Co. I think on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. But yeah, so we definitely got some cool ideas coming, man. Like 2025, like I really had to sit down, revamp, write things down, kind of number the drops, get some organization. I really need to hire somebody. But yeah, it is cool, like learning the business side of like the business. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, we definitely got some cool short sleeves, cool long sleeves, cool some jumpsuits, more socks, hats, and I like to do a couple custom pieces. So some tie dye, just some my own little artwork and fun and creativity there.
Cool.
But yeah, overall that's the gist for so far this year.
Word.
Absolutely.
If you ever get like affiliate links or anything like that for them, send them our way. We can post them on our articles or throw them in our YouTube channel, or we can do that shit too. So like whatever you want.
I definitely got links. I'll shoot them after this.
I like the shirt. It's very cool. It plays on Wayne's World too. Like the whole, it's nice. It's nice. We like it.
It's the front and the back. That's nice, man. So, but if you check us out on any, like I said, any platform or our website, like you can see all the full gist, and you can write us and order a custom piece. So, awesome. I appreciate that, man.
We'll do.
Yeah, for sure. One last thing, I wanted to ask you how you kind of got into that process, because I mean, you have your football stuff, and then you have this entire business that you have to try to run on the side. Like you said, you got to hire somebody, but how did you get into that process?
So like where I'm from, like I didn't see a ton of ownership. So like I was able to talk to my pastor from Northwest, Jason Hawk. And so a little bit of him like kind of pushing me. And then in Atlanta, we had a speaker talk to us. And it pretty much was like, what is your like stamp on like life? You know what I'm saying? Like, how will you be remembered? And so I was like, you know what, man, like I had an initial logo that I drew. It was SBJ. Like it's actually crazy. But yeah, so it started there, like I said, in 2020. Like I launched shirts. I launched like 70 shirts, sold them all, which was sick. I ended up dropping like a couple more that year. And then I didn't even have a name until like 2 years later. Like I didn't get an LLC and everything like that. So, but yeah, like I just was encouraged by, some minds who, own things and, can create passive income pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, Shawn, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. We know you're a busy guy. The season is right around the corner, and we really appreciate you making the time to come talk some football with us on Fifth Down Territory.
Definitely, man. I appreciate y'all for having me, man. So pleasure's all mine. Nolan T. Appreciate y'all, man.
Nice to meet you, man. We'll be watching you on Saturdays and Sundays, right? It's Saturdays, Sundays.
Yes.
Word.
Done deal, man. I can shoot the schedule. I think it is out now, so
please do.
Yeah, if you want to tap into it, I got you. But I'm gonna definitely send Nolan the link, and we can chop it up from there.
Awesome. Sounds good, man.
All right, appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
Have a good night, Shawn.
Later.